Hello students, today we are going to learn a new topic, shapes and space. Today we will learn about inside and outside. So let's get started. Look at this picture carefully. What do you see? Can you identify this object? Right, this is a tent. Have you ever seen a tent before? Now, can you identify which animal is this? Right, you guessed that right. This is a camel. Can you look at the spelling of camel? C-A-M-E-L. Camel. Now, let's read a story. We are going to read a story about an Arab and his camel. Arab and his camel went to the desert. You know what is a desert? Well, ask your parents after the class and find out what is a desert. Okay? So, the Arab and his camel were in a desert. It was a cold winter day, meaning it was very cold and it was the time of winters. You know, winter is a season. The Arab was traveling on the camel's back. You would have seen many people sitting on the back of the camel and travel from one place to another. So the Arab was also traveling on the camel's back. Now let's see what happens next. So at night, the Arab pitched his tent. So we learned a new word today, pitched. Do you know what pitched means? Look at this image here. What do you see? You see there is a tent. Do you see the tent is put on the soil using some ropes and the nail. Now this is called pitched. So at night the Arab pitched his tent. He pitched his tent on the sand. Can you see the tent? And he went inside it. So what did Arab do? Arab first fixed the tent and then sit inside it. Students, we learned another word today, which is inside. Do you know what does inside means? Inside means under. For example, you sit inside the car, right? So, I'm going to show you where the inside the tent means. Inside the tent, यानी कि tent के अंदर. So, the Arab first pitched his tent and then went inside it. But the poor camel was sitting outside. And remember, it is cold and winter. So, do you think what's gonna happen? Yes, the camel must be feeling very cold. So, students, we saw that the Arab pitched his tent and went inside it. He sat inside it, but the camel was outside. Do you want to know what happens in the story ahead? The camel is feeling very cold outside because it's very hot. Sorry, because it's very cold. So, the camel asks the Arab, "May I put my neck inside?" The Arab said, "Okay, you may put your neck inside." So students, we see that camel is asking the Arab if he can put his neck inside the tent. Can you see the, can you tell me who's sitting inside the tent? Yes, the Arab is sitting inside the tent. So this is inside. This all area that you see is inside the tent. Now let's go back. What did camel say? May I put my neck inside? So the camel asked the Arab, may I put my neck inside? Because he's feeling so cold. Camel also said, it is too cold outside. So kids, we learned one more word, which is outside. So we know the inside is this part which is inside the tent. But where is the outside? Right, this all area is outside the tent. This is all outside the tent. So can you repeat after me? We learned two new words. One is inside, which is inside the tent, which is here. And the other word is outside, which is this area, which is जो tent से बाहर है. So that is outside. Well, I have a very poor drawing, I see. Now let's see what happens next. The camel put inside his neck. But then he is still feeling cold. So he said, may I put my front legs inside? So again, camel asks ki, okay, I've put my neck inside, but I'm still cold. Can I also put my front legs? He say, it is too cold outside. So the Arab said, okay, you may put your front legs inside. So Arab is very kind. Let's see what happens next. See, look, the camel is so happy that he finally say, can I come inside? Now the camel came inside the tent. The camel said, it's too cold outside. So you see, the camel is very happy and came entirely inside the tent. But the Arab got so confused. It's like, oh no, the tent is too small for both of us. You see, the tent is very small and the camel, it's so big. So what happens? The camel said, so I am coming inside and you go outside. So now you see, students, can you tell me where is the camel? Camel is inside the tent, which is this area. And where is the Arab? Arab is outside the tent. So kids, we learned two words today. One is inside and the other word is outside. So let's quickly check what you have learned today, okay? Can you tell me, look at this picture and tell me who is inside the tent? Is it camel or the Arab? Right, you all have 5 seconds to go. That's correct. The camel is inside the tent, right? Okay, let's look at another question now. Now look at the picture carefully and tell me who is sitting outside the tent this time. You have 5 seconds to go. Right. We see this, it's the outside part and the camel is sitting outside the tent. Sorry, this is, I'll just correct this, is outside. So who's sitting outside the tent? Camel is sitting outside the tent. So students, what did we learn today? We learned two words today. One is inside. So this area which is inside, the tent. So we call it inside when you are inside something. So for example, you're sitting inside the car or you go inside your room. So that's inside, right? And when you go out to play, you go out of your house, you go out of your class, you go out of your car, or you go out to play. That is what we call outside. So the other word that we learned today is outside. I hope you enjoyed learning. We'll meet the next time. Bye bye.